Welcome to EDU 326, Methods of Teaching Language Arts in the Elementary School, from the Union Institute and University. The title of today's video is What Are the Language Arts? Hi, my name is Tom Frederick, and welcome to EDU 326. Over the next 8 weeks, we will be identifying, strategizing, and planning with the various methods of teaching language arts in the elementary school. What are the language arts? Our textbook lists 6 language arts: listening, talking, reading, writing, viewing, and visually representing. The first 4 are traditional. They have been the language arts for centuries: listening and talking, reading and writing. The last 2 are virtually new over the last decade or so as the computer age has come into being. It is a basic language arts skill to view and to create by visually representing. It's no accident that you're taking this methods course after you've taken your core education classes. Much of what we will talk about, much of what you will read about in this unit is dependent upon stuff learned in your educational psychology class. Student learning is dependent upon developmental stages as described by Piaget and Bruner and other psychologists. Language development is controlled by maturity, by environment, and by physical conditions. Babies learn to listen before they're able to talk. That fact is governed both by maturity and by physical conditions. You'll learn later that a baby's voice box will not properly produce controlled sounds for the first few months of life. That's a physical condition. In a like manner, a young child can't learn to read until his eyes develop so that they can focus on an object for an extended period of time. That's about the age of 6 and 7. That's a physical condition. Children who see their parents or siblings using pencils to write will mimic writing. And the process of learning to write will be expedited for them. That's an environmental condition. Developmental milestones must be considered when discussing all language development, a maturity condition. Our textbook lists 4 language systems, and it's important that we know these as we begin our study into the methods of teaching language arts. The phonological or sound system of language, that's the phonics system. We have 26 letters and 44 sounds, and these sounds combine together into words. During this course, we will learn these sounds, we will practice these sounds, as each elementary teacher needs to know each individual sound so they can teach it properly. The syntactic system, or the structural system of language, is the second system we'll talk about. Babies learn very soon that words fit together in sentences. Their first word might be ball, but they may combine it into ball, mine, and get a very different meaning. And eventually they'll get it, this ball is mine. The third system is the semantic or meaning system of learning. This is the whole vocabulary of the language. We need to learn what an individual word means, and then we also need to learn that many words have multiple meanings. The last system is the pragmatic or social and cultural use system of language. It includes things like slang and ways that particular cultures use their language. In this particular system, you learn when somebody gives you 5, that does not necessarily mean that you're going to get a $5 bill. In this first unit, we will talk various language arts strategies. Some of them are listed here. All good teachers must activate prior knowledge as they're teaching. Find out what the students know about the subject and use that to connect it to the new things that you're teaching. We must consider our audience. We will approach and teach 5th graders differently than we will 1st graders. The next 3 are advanced learning thinking processes, drawing inferences, elaborating, and evaluating. We will learn how to do those. We must integrate multimedia into our lessons. Not only the lessons that are presented by teachers, but we must have students view and students use and create multimedia presentations for our classrooms. And kindergarten and first grade students are quite capable of creating some multimedia presentations, sometimes even more capable than we as teachers. We must teach students how to apply nonverbal clues. They must listen to what they hear, and they must look while they're listening because they may get a different story. We're going to teach them to organize, to predict, to proofread, to revise, and to visualize. These and many other strategies for language arts. As we get into our Unit 1, there are certain assignments that we need to keep in mind. Number 1, you must complete your engagement assignment. Your engagement assignment is quite simple. You must simply read your syllabus and create a 1-paragraph essay about what you expect to learn from this class. This assignment is ungraded, but it is very important. It goes directly to the registrar's office, indicating that you are engaged and that your financial aid can be released. If you have not completed the engagement assignment during the first week, you're going to start getting phone calls. If you haven't completed it by the 3rd week, they will withdraw you from your class and send back your financial aid. Secondly, we need to read and view the material in Unit 1 online course. I believe there are 6 or 7 videos that will lead us towards accomplishing our goals in this unit. After you've done that, you must take quiz number 1. Each of these units in this course has a quiz. You may take each quiz over once. So you have 2 chances on a quiz, and then it will freeze. I will give you the highest grade of your 2 quizzes. You must read Chapter 1. You must complete 2 forums, Forum number 1 and Forum number 2. Tom Frederick, Union Institute and University, EDU 326, Methods of Teaching Language Arts.